Again, welcome. This is the core values section of the Clear Path Mastery program. We call that CPM, by the way. So if I use that shorthand in the future, you'll know what that is, CPM. So the core values, let me just go through the navigation for each section. They're all built the same, so there's a lot of consistency here. There will be 3 tabs across the top, right here, Overview, Guide, Workbook. You will have an overview for each one of these, which explains what's going on and why this is here. Why this is an important piece of this pie. Okay, so as you scroll down this, you're going to get a very short, usually, and very concise but important piece of information about why this section is important. Then you're going to get a guide. The guide is basically your instructions about how to use this section, what you're going to do here. So in the core values section, you're going to select the things that are your core values. And the hardest part about this is understanding what your core values are. A lot of us think that core values are something that we would like to be. That's not it. Core values is what you believe in your core, in your internal systems, deeply. So they can be good and they can be bad. It doesn't matter. It is what you believe. And it's not religious. It's not any of that. It is, well, there could be some of that, but it is specifically about how you treat yourself, how you treat other people, what you expect from people, what you expect from yourself, what you expect from programs. So you're going to go through a section here and really just point and click on some of these core values things. And here are the steps that you'll go through for this. You're going to choose the words that matter. And it's basically just like choosing a few, as many as you want, by the way. We think we've listed 300, 400. You can just go through and list as many as you want that are relative to you as you are now. Not aspirational. It's not that I want to be the kindest person in the world. It is that I am a little bit selfish. So maybe you put that down and you believe that it's okay to be a little bit selfish. You want to group these by life area. Those life areas are, let's see, money, business, health, relationships, and well-being or spiritual life. So you've got 5 areas that we're going to deal with. And we're going to help you understand what those 5 areas are because it's going to carry you throughout this entire process, okay? You're going to choose one word per group then, one of those areas. You're going to choose one of those, we call that domains here. You're going to choose one word that really boils down all those core values into something that is the most important for you in that domain, that area of your life. Then you're going to define and activate. For each of these, you're going to talk about what it means and how you can get more of that in your life. And you're going to use these as a filter as you go through this process. They become a filter for your decision matrix in the end, okay? Now, here's the workbook. The workbook is very, very simple. It's very simple. All of this program is simple. It is built so that you can go through each section and it builds on the next. The next section will build on this one. Every section builds on the last section that you completed. So it works incredibly well. You just have to go through it and make sure that you are incredibly honest with this too. Doesn't mean you can't always go back and redo it. You can always go back and redo it. Now, one of the things that you need to understand up front is that we do not save your data. I don't care about your data. I don't want your data. You save your data to your desktop, or your computer. You can save it right here, clicking that button. And when you come back, because it usually holds, unless you clear your cache every time you close your browser, it'll hold your data until you come back the next time as well. If it doesn't, all you got to do is click on load and load that file that you saved. So you want to save this every time you complete a section so that you make sure that you've saved your latest work, okay? This is on your desk, on your computer, not ours. We have no way to get to your work, previous work. So it's on you to save it. All right. So here is the core values. You come through here and I've loaded mine so that we can see how this works. So you can see I've gone through and I've selected a bunch of these because these are the things that are important to me. And so I've just gone through and selected a few. And they show up right here in my as I add them, you'll see here as I add them. Let's see. well-being. I'm just going to add that right there. And you'll see it show up right down here. So there it is. I just added that one and it came right at the bottom. So as you collect these, you'll see these things that are important to you. And you can then review those. You can click them off. They'll go away. You can add as many as you want in there. Okay. So now we're going to come to the business domain, the business area of our life. And it'll pull up all of those that you selected in your big group of core values. And you can go through here and you pick 3 to 5 words that really resonate with you in this area. So in business, authenticity, community, and prosperity, right? Making money. That's always important to me in business. Community, I like to build relationships in the community. Authenticity, be myself. That's always the important part to me. So that is it. And the one that I really like for this was community. So now I have to be able to select from those that I have chosen. So if I come in here and I say, well, I want to add, let's say I'm going to add concern for others. That now becomes a choice for me. Is that one of my primary? Is that the one that I want to choose? And if I choose it, that becomes that core value for this business area. For me, what I chose was community. And I'm going to stick with that, okay? Same for relationships. Choose support. I chose support for relationships. Health, I chose self-awareness. Self-awareness is really important to me. What am I doing? Why am I doing it? Where am I doing it? Well-being. Now, yours is going to be completely different from anybody else's. You'll probably be unique, believe it or not. When you get 300 combinations in here and you start choosing which of these are important, very seldom when you have 2 people that are exactly alike. So in the well-being area, I chose citizenship. It's important to me to be a good citizen. It's important to me to be involved in politics, to be involved in governance. It's important to me for all of that. Community is very important to me. Gratitude, humility, inner peace, self-awareness. I chose inner peace here. Now, in money, authenticity, citizenship. So I've chosen these other ones here, and I chose freedom in money. Money is a tool to me. It allows me to do things. And so money gives me freedom. So now I've got these chosen, and here are my values in the choices. So it's going to summarize that here. Chosen value field is filled in for me. So here it is. Because I value community, I choose to, and then I have to complete this part, right? So I've written a sentence in here that is important to me about why I chose this community. As the core value here. It's going to build a community of people, and then I've got a longer part of that. Relationships, I chose support because I support my family and love. Self-awareness, take my health seriously in health. Well-being, inner peace, continue my journey into recovery and other areas of life. Money, because I value freedom, I choose to be a great steward of my resources, right? So that's that. So apply your values this week. So this is what one change can you make in each area this week? Complete my online coaching application, pay more attention to children, commit to better nutrition, spend more time meditating, discover more ways to save money, invest more money, and make more money. Who will I share these values with for accountability? I'm going to share these with my wife, Charleston. So when will you review these again? 30 days. So this is just a little accountability piece in here for you to remember that just saying it is not enough. You want to make sure you have a plan in place to do it. And we've got a bit, you'll notice that one, I think it's the part 10, part 9 is execution. Part 10 is what kind of progress you're going to make. And we'll see that when we get to the end. Okay, so then you actually come in here and you clarify each of these core values. Take a deep dive into these. So then you're going to write a little paragraph about what those are. And this is going to help you build on the next section. Let's see. Each one is core values. It asks you some of these questions. And you get to the bottom down here for your final reflection. You look at this. Here's your final checklist. As you complete these sections, this checklist will automatically tick off. And now you're ready for the next one. You'll notice down here it says, save my progress. So you can save your progress, and it will save, ask you to put it on your computer with a new file. or overwrite the file that you've just created. So I suggest that once you create a file, you just go in and overwrite it as you save. The export workbook is really good to do at the end so that you have everything completed. You can export your entire workbook and you'll get like a 20-page workbook that gives you all of this printed out that you can review whenever you want to. Okay. So that's that for core values. Next, we're going to look at the vision statement.